Good afternoon. Convening the Committee on Transportation on our 3 p.m. agenda here in Senate Conference Room 224, as well as online on Zoom. We have a number of governor's messages this afternoon. I will note for folks who are with us online, should there be some sort of technical issue, we will plan to reconvene at our next regularly scheduled hearing, for which we will be renoticing the agenda. That said, we do have testimony also in support of some of the nominees. So what we'll do is go through and hear from our nominees and then go into testimony, and at the end, wrap it up. So that said, first up is Governor's Message 569, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the State Highway Safety Council, gubernatorial nominee Karen Tessier for a term to expire 6/30/2024. Good afternoon. Looks like, good afternoon. Would you like to say a few words?
Oh, hi, I'm Karen Tessier, and I appreciate the opportunity to appear before this hearing.
Thank you. We did have testimony and support from the Department of Transportation, as well as, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Chair, Vice Chair, members. Len Araki-Regan from the Department of Transportation. We stand on a written testimony and support. Thank you.
Thank you. We also had support testimony from Lisa Dow. That's all the testimony we have. Are there any questions?
Yes, Chair. I just want to thank Karen. Boy, you've worked hard with regards to children's safety programs. And thank you so much for putting yourself up to doing a lot more work. So we thank you for your kind work in the past, and we look forward to having you on our Safety Council.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Chair.
Sure thing. All right, thank you very much. And I apologize, I mispronounced your name there. That said, why don't we move on to our next Governor's Message 570, submitting for consideration and confirmation, gubernatorial nominee Ramsey Ross, for a term to expire 6/30/2024. Good afternoon.
I'd just like to say thank you to Chair Lee, Vice Chair Inouye, Senator English, Senator Pavella, Senator Sumacuro for your consideration today. I know traffic safety is important to everyone on the committee, and I can only hope to be a benefit to the people of Hawaii and to our collective Rohanas.
Thank you very much. And we also have testimony in support of the nominee from the Department of Transportation.
Yes, the Department of Transportation stands on its written testimony and support. Thank you.
Thank you. We also have support from the Office of the Prosecuting Attorney in Kauai. And that's all the testimony we have. Are there any questions?
Yeah, just a comment, Chair. Again, you have an impressive resume, from a carpenter to all the other stuff to where you are today. But recognizing that you're going to participate in our Safety Council, where we appreciate you taking the time with providing your expertise as well. And so happy that the Prosecutor Attorney's Office is allowing you to come to Oahu for meetings. Thank you so much.
I am as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any further questions? If not, all right, thank you very much, Mr. Ross. Let's move on to our next GM 571, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the State Highway Safety Council, gubernatorial nominee Vernon J. Scribner, for a term to expire 6/30/2024. And is Mr. Scribner with us this afternoon?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Senator.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'd just like to thank everyone for the opportunity, and I'll do my very best to keep our roadways safe.
Sounds good. We also have supporting testimony from the Department of Transportation.
Yes, the Department of Transportation stands on its written testimony and support. Thank you.
Thank you. We also have testimony in support from the Kauai Police Department, the Kauai Office of the Prosecuting Attorney, and one individual. And that's all the testimony we have. Are there any questions?
Yeah, just to add, I guess, Vernon is, you're in the police department?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay, and a police officer.
Yes, I'm.
Okay, well,
a traffic-
thank you for, and thanks to the department as well, Chair, for allowing you to participate in the Safety Council. You know, we rarely have, I can't remember when we really had participants coming in from a PD on any island participating. So I think we appreciate your time here on the council as well.
Thank you.
Okay, any further questions? If not, thank you very much. Up next is Governor's Message 572, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the State Highway Safety Council, gubernatorial nominee Chad Taniguchi for a term to expire 6/30/2023. Mr. Taniguchi, good afternoon.
Hello. Thank you, Senator and Vice Chair Inoue and Senator Shinobuko.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
Happy to be nominated. This is a great group because there's prosecutors, police, people from the courts, and all over. So we get to come up with a really well-rounded discussion, and then I hope in the future we'll be able to focus more on Vision Zero as kind of the main thing we're looking out for. Like, are we reducing injuries and deaths on the highways? And if so, great. And if not, how can we do more?
Thank you very much. We have testimony in support from the Department of Transportation.
Yes, good afternoon. The DOT stands on its written testimony and support. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all the testimony we have. Are there any questions for?
I have a comment. Hey, Chad, thanks again. I was just going to say, you know what? I thought we reconfirmed you earlier, but I guess we confirmed you on your first bid, right? On the first term on the council previously?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I've worked with Chad on many, many projects, particularly with the bicycling community, and also looking at complete streets and everything else under the sun regarding pedestrian safety. So we're happy to have you back. So thank you again for all the work that you do.
And Senator, I was going to say the last time we had a good interaction was last session when you put the red light camera bill on the top of your priority list, and therefore it passed. And right now, I'm working with DOT on their setting it up. So thank you so much. That's landmark legislation.
So the task force isn't set up yet as well?
Well, no, the task force is set up, and they're
Okay.
going through working with the judiciary, prosecutors, police, and the city and the state DOT, and looking at procuring a vendor right now.
Okay, sure, and I'm sure Chair Lee is appreciative of that, just to make sure that, he's going to be following up as well. And so, well, I'm happy it's moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Sure thing. Any further questions? If not, thank you very much. Let's move on to the next Governor's Message 567, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the Medical Advisory Board, gubernatorial nominee Anthony Catras for a term to expire 6/30/2025.
He's unable to join us,
Oh, yes, I believe yes,
the two doctors.
thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have,
It
I'll note
happened.
for the record, we do have the written statements and information from the nominee. We also have testimony in support on this GM from the Department of Transportation.
We stand on our written testimony and support. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on to the next Governor's Message 568, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the Medical Advisory Board, gubernatorial nominee Christopher Tortora for a term to expire 6/30/2025. And similarly, Dr. Tortora is discharging his official duties, but we do, again, for the record, have his written statement and comments. We do have also testimony and support from the Department of Transportation.
Yes, the Department of Transportation stands on its written testimony and support. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so that is the end of our 3 p.m. agenda. Why don't we just take a quick recess for decision-making, and we'll be right back. Recess. Good afternoon. We're reconvening the Senate Committee on Transportation for decision-making on our 3 p.m. agenda here in Senate Conference Room 224, as well as online. Up first for decision-making is Governor's Message 569, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the State Highway Safety Council, gubernatorial nominee Karen Tessier for a term to expire 6/30/2024. And the recommendation will be to advise and consent on the nomination and move the nominee forward.
Okay, Chair's recommendation on GM 569 is to advise and consent. Chair Lee.
Aye.
Vice Chair goes aye. Senator English is excused. Senator Shimabukuro.
Aye.
Okay, Senator Favela is excused. Measure is adopted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Moving on to GM 570, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the State Highway Safety Council gubernatorial nominee Henry Ramsey Ross for a term to expire 6/30/2024. Recommendation is to advise and consent to the nomination.
Okay, Chair's recommendation on GM 570 is to advise and consent for all 3 members present. Are they in reservations? Any no votes? Measure is adopted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Moving on to GM 571, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the State Highway Safety Council gubernatorial nominee Vernon J. Scribner for a term to expire 6/30/2024. Recommendation is again to advise and consent.
Okay. Chair's recommendation on Governor's Message 571 is to advise and consent. All 3 members present, are there any reservations? Any no votes? Measure is adopted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Moving on to Governor's Message 572, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the State Highway Safety Council gubernatorial nominee Chad Taniguchi for a term to expire 6/30/2023. Recommendation is to advise and consent.
Okay. Chair's
Oh,
I beg your pardon? Oh, okay. Oh, Kalani. Okay. Okay. Chair's recommendation on GM 572 is to advise and consent. Chair will call the roll on this since we have 1 more member present.
Chair votes aye.
Okay. Chair goes aye. Vice Chair goes aye. Senator English.
Aye.
Okay. Senator Shimabukuro.
Can you hear aye?
Yes. Senator Shimabukuro.
Aye.
Okay. Measure is adopted.
Thank you.
Senator Favela is excused.
Moving on to GM 567, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the Medical Advisory Board gubernatorial nominee Anthony Katras for a term to expire 6/30/2025. Recommendation of the committee is to advise and consent on the nomination.
Okay. Chair's recommendation on GM 567 is to advise and consent for 4 members present. Are they with reservations? Any noes? Mr. Chair, measure is adopted.
Thank you. And finally, moving on to GM 568, submitting for consideration and confirmation to the Medical Advisory Board gubernatorial nominee Christopher Tortora for a term to expire 6/30/2025. Recommendation of the committee is to advise and consent on the nomination.
Chair's recommendation on GM 568 is to advise and consent for all 4 members present. Any with reservations? Any with noes? Measure is adopted, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. And thank you very much to our nominees for their service, and congratulations on a step forward toward a full vote of the Senate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Congratulations.
We're adjourned.